What's up guys, this is DarkSynth and this will be a visual patch guide showing you all the detailed patch notes for each character so that you know visually you can see what moves are adjusted and whatnot. So starting with Ashrah, her Soaring Demon or her forward 4 or forward 3, so that can no longer be 2-in-1 cancelled when up block. So what that means is if the opponent happens to up block, before we show that, we can just show that it does cancel. So if they just happen to regularly block it, she can cancel into a special move, and this is what Ashrahs typically go into. But if the opponent happens to up block it now, she can no longer cancel into the special move. As you can see on the left side, I'm performing her down forward 3 and she's not canceling into it. So that's that fix for her, or adjustment. Fixed visual issue that would cause the opponent to have an incorrect animation after being hit by Spirit Slice and not inputting any actions for a period of time. So Spirit Slices are air back forward 2. So, yeah, I guess there was just a visual animation bug after that. So now moving on to Baraka. Stab has increased combo damage scaling when hit out of synced animation. So if we look at his special moves, his stab is that move. So they just increase the combo damage scaling out of, on it, so it doesn't do as much damage. Chop, which is his back forward 3. Increased combo damage scaling, so it scales more. Adjusted victim regions when stand blocking and up blocking, so I'm assuming those are just hitbox adjustments for when Baraka is standing and when he does up blocks. Fixed several issues with bleeding foot, which is his forward 3, which could cause him to go outside of boundaries of the arena. Move to unexpected locations when it is interrupted and causing characters to pass through the attack, or pass through with it. So that was a pretty big bug right there for, wait, back. Oh, okay, my bad. Not forward, back. So this. So that would cause them to go outside of boundaries, which is wild. So next up we have General Shao and Geras, but we'll start with Shao first. Fixed an issue that could cause Axe to become permanently inactive if he loses a round while performing Axe Quake or Axe Recall. So that's pretty busted, or was pretty busted. That pretty much made him only have his unarmed stance. And that's another issue that is in the next adjustment, which is fixed an issue that could cause Axe to become permanently inactive if his opponent uses Shujinko Copycat while it is planted from Power Strike. So Power Strike, down forward 4. If the other opponent had Shujinko and they used his Copycat move, which brought the axe up and then slammed it on the ground, Shao Kahn would no longer be able to take control of his own axe, leaving him unarmed for the whole round or match, one of the two. And then next, fixed an issue which was causing all special moves to do less block damage than expected, or I guess you could change the word expected to intended. So, I guess buff? So now he does more chip damage on certain strings. Find out. So, I guess he does more chip now. I don't know. I don't play Shao, so let me know in the comments about this change. And then the last issue was a visual effects issue during Fatal Blow startup. So I don't know what the visual issue was, but during Fatal Blow there was a visual issue, but it is now fixed. Next we have Geras. 1 2 2 and then throw. So okay, so you can't do the throw on block, but Shattered Sands has increased combo damage scaling when hit out of synced animation. So this move pretty much just has more damage scaling. The way they word it is really weird. So pretty much just more damage scaling. History Lesson has increased damage scaling when hit out of synced animations. So History Lesson, down forward 2, has more damage scaling. Interrupting history lesson, so his command grab, now causes combo damage scaling to be applied. Okay. I guess that was a bug where it didn't. Fixed an issue with redo, which could cause it to no longer rewind Geras to his marked location when he is hit after certain attacks. So his rewind time move, you know, that you saw in ECT that Gur was doing, I guess there was a bug to where he couldn't rewind to the marked location he was at, so that's fixed. Fixed an issue that allowed Geras to block during the recovery of redo in certain situations. Fixed inconsistency with direction of hit reactions when Geras and Time Clone are on opposite sides of the opponent during double time. Okay, so I have no idea what Time Clone is. I couldn't find it in the move list, but I guess there was an inconsistency with direction of hit reactions when the hit Time Clone are on the opposite sides. Fixed visual issue when Geras is defeated while using redo. So, if he got defeated while, you know, this was active or something, it would have a weird visual effect bug that wasn't intended. So that's fixed. Fixed an issue with glowing eye color not changing based on selected palette. So, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. There were different eye color changes on different palettes, and that just wasn't the case with some of them. So they changed it and fixed it now. AI will now execute time clone attacks while double time is active. So I think that's just talking about the AI Geras. So next up here we have Havik and Johnny. And starting with Havik, Bloodbath, so his back forward 2 has increased combo damage scaling. Interrupting Scab Stab now causes damage scaling to be applied. Okay, so I guess interrupting this, which is the throw, I guess you can interrupt it now. It caused no damage scaling before this, so now it does. Fixed an issue with Corpse Taunt, which would allow the opponent to block follow-up attacks in certain situations. So Corpse Taunt for Havik is his unblockable move. So you gotta spend the meter, and then it's when he, you know, it's the unblockable move when he snaps his neck. I guess there were instances where the opponent could block when that is actually, you know, he should be able to combo, but I guess there was a bug where, you know, they would block. So that's fixed. Corpse Taunt hit reaction will no longer execute if hitting the opponent while they are under the effects of time stop. So that's a Geras specific thing against Havik. Fix several end of round taunt visual issues. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And then next up we have Johnny. Fixed an issue with Show Off that could cause down back punch. So his down 2 attacks from some characters to recover excessively slow. So, okay, so if Johnny did this and they went to go down to him, I guess it would make it super slow. And that was an unintended bug, and now that is no longer the case. Fixed repeating sound effect issue when Johnny is selected as either character during fatality practice. So that's a fatality practice bug, and that's really it for Havik and Johnny. Okay, so next up we have Kenshi, and this is a Shujinko specific change. So we know that Shujinko can steal moves from the opponent. So the bug was that with the Shujinko's move steal and the fact that you could summon pretty much another character on screen, you could pretty much do that with Shujinko as well. So you could pretty much have 4 Sentos on screen, and, you know, that was just pretty busted. So now, you know, that is no longer the case. I just tried summoning another Sento, and it just wasn't working. So no more quadruple Sentos on screen. So you notice when I go into Sento, I cannot use Shujinko. So the next issue was a visual issue. They fixed a visual issue with Kenshi's sword not appearing as your customized sword during Ancestral Assist. So whatever the Ancestral Assist is, I think they're talking about this. So I guess there was an issue where they didn't have your customized sword for it. I don't know. And then next up, fixed lingering visual issue with some end of round taunts, adjusted audio during upper gash, which is jump back punch, so I guess there were some audio issues during that. Fixed cameo UI flickering when cameo gauge is set to refill in practice mode while Ancestor is active. So a UI bug that has been fixed that was that Kenshi was causing. So next up we have Kitana, her fancy strike, which is back +1. Let's just double check to see if that's, yep, so back +1, hit reaction adjusted, and now has positive hit advantage. So it used to be not plus on hit, but now it is, and it is +4. High heal, so just standing 3, hit reaction adjusted, and now has positive hit advantage. As you can see, it is +7. So for Kung Lao, hat toss, hit reaction adjusted, and now has positive hit advantage when done up close. So I'm thinking that or that. I think that's hat toss. Down back 2. Yeah, or 1. So down back 1, it used to not be plus on hit, but now is. And it is +7. So that's pretty substantial. Downward slice, which is forward back punch, so his overhead no longer has 10 more frames of block stun if flawless blocked compared to regular block. So there were 10 more frames of block stun if you blocked it frame 1, and that's pretty messed up. So that is no longer the case. And then the last change is slightly increased combo damage scaling after enhanced Shaolin Shimmy. So his Shaolin Shimmy, which is his back forward 2, has increased damage scaling. Okay, so next up is Li Mei, and I guess there was a lingering visual effect when Pancration Champion, which is this string, is interrupted. So I guess there was a gap in there, and if it got interrupted, or even like during neutral, if they were just whiffing it, there was a visual effect that would linger on the screen and stay during the match, and that just kind of ruined the visuals of the match and made it hard to concentrate. Fixed visual effects flickering at the end of her victory screen, so at the end when you win, it says Li Mei wins. There were flickering visual effects, and that is no longer the case. So next up, for Mileena, her Ballernal? Ballernal? I don't know. Ballernal failure, back punch, front punch, so this string has increased combo damage scaling. Enhanced roll has increased combo damage scaling. So, Mileena would typically do this and then use Scorpion to extend the combo, so she no longer gets crazy damage off that. Fixed lingering visual effects after roll is punished on block, so if Mileena did a roll and the opponent blocked it and then punished it, there was a lingering visual effect. Fixed incorrect death animation if a grounded opponent is defeated by the right size. So this move, I guess there was a weird death animation. Incorrect death animation is how they stated it. If you happen to kill your opponent with this string. And then the last change, fixed mask clipping issues on several palettes. So that's pretty self-explanatory. On different palettes or skins, her mask would clip through her face. So that is fixed. Next up we have Nitara and Raiden. But for Nitara, her blood sacrifice, which is her down forward 4, now does 5 damage to herself, down from 50, so it does less. So Nitara's don't have to worry about, especially when they get lower on life, they can, don't have to worry about sacrificing a little more health and then potentially lose the match because of it. Because, each HP literally does matter. And then next up, fixed Ishii, which was causing all special moves to do slightly less block damage than expected. So same change as Shao. Certain strings were not doing the intended chip damage that it was supposed to. And then next up is fixed Ishii that was causing enhanced air dash to be used instead of air dash if hit by a breaker or ending a combo under certain circumstances. And then last but not least, adjusted audio during quick taste. So quick taste is her back forward 2 move, except... So, I guess it used to be really loud, and they lowered it. So for Raiden, get ready, because this guy has gotten the damage nerf right next to Baraka. So lightning strikes, which is back punch, back 2, has increased combo damage scaling. Shocker, so his down forward 2 special now has increased combo damage scaling. Increased combo damage scaling on enhanced shocker. Electric fly has increased combo damage scaling. Jump front punch. Oh, okay, so aerial 134. So okay, so that has a different hit reaction now, meaning when they were hit, they probably wouldn't go flying face down. They probably just kind of like stayed floating face up, just like that. So there's a different hit reaction now. So maybe it makes comboing into Superman easier, more consistent. And then another aerial string, which is jump 2-1-2. So that has a different hit reaction now. So as you can see, they kind of do like a little spiral twirl thing. And then the last aerial string, 2-2-4, damage and hit reaction adjusted. So I don't know if the damage got nerfed or buffed, but it also got a new hit reaction when landing. So next is Rain and Reiko. Okay, so Rain's Water Dragon, which is his aerial string, this move got a new hit reaction adjustment. So he used to not do that little spin. I don't know what it'd do, but now he has that hit reaction. Rain God hit reaction adjusted. Okay, so this move has a new hit reaction, I guess. Maybe he gets easier combos or more consistent combos off it. So Overcast, which is that string, and then that string. Okay, so Rain could not call in cameos during this string, apparently. So now he can. It said not allowing cameo ambushes or special cancels to be performed. And then next up is jump back punch. So that is now vulnerable to up block. This wasn't vulnerable to up block? That's wild. But yeah, now you can up block his jump too. Fixed an issue with upflow, sometimes hitting behind Rain, and can no longer sometimes cause a lingering hitbox when interrupted with specific timing. So his upflow, I'm assuming, is his down back 1. Yep. Weird visual thing and lingering hitbox, and it also used to hit behind him, and it no longer does. So Rain God, Ancient Trap, Geyser, and Enhanced Geyser not displaying punish when hit during recovery frames. I noticed that actually when fighting a Rain, whenever I would try to punish Geyser, what is it? So down back 3, it would be listed as counter instead of punish. So that is fixed. And then there was a rare audio issue that could cause the opponent's sound effects to be distorted for a short time if Rain's throw is interrupted. So next up we have Reiko. His Savage Siege, which is his back 4-3, hit reaction adjusted, so maybe he can actually get more consistent combos off this now. Interrupting Pale Rider now causes combo damage scaling to be applied. Okay, so I guess when interrupting his command grab, there wasn't combo damage scaling, but now there is. Fixed an issue with Full Cross, which is his jump 2, into Busted Knuckles. Oh, okay. So I guess it would cause Straight Punch to execute instead. So I guess it would do an unintended move that, wasn't intended. So that's fixed. And then fixed a rare issue that could cause the AI to get stuck endlessly jumping if Fatal Blow misses. I'm assuming that's probably in the invasions or towers. So, my boy Reptile, he got a few nerfs, but mainly buffs. And let's get into it. So, Tipping Scales, which is his aerial 1-2. So, this move now has a new hit reaction, and this allows for new combos I was messing around with earlier. If you do Force Ball and then do 1-2, he gets actually a 4-3 combo after. So yeah, it opens up new bread and butters for Reptile. And then Death Roll is back forward 4, has increased damage scaling. And then this is the best change, honestly. Enhanced invisibility now causes Reptile to become harder to see faster than regular invisibility. So as you notice, he went invisible pretty fast. And if we do regular, it takes at least a good 3 to 4 seconds to go invisible, while EX is like literally a second and a half, or 2 seconds, if 2 seconds. But that is actually worth burning meter for now. And then Fixed an Issue, which would prevent fatality attempt if last round is won by hitting a grounded opponent with Force Ball. So I guess if you hit him with a Force Ball and it like went into the screen freeze and you try, it wouldn't let you do a fatality. And then Fixed Incorrect Blood Color appearing when hit by certain attacks and brutalities. Weird, so I guess green blood wouldn't be, he wouldn't have green blood. Scorpion, Burning Fist, which is his aerial 1-2, has a hit reaction adjustment. So just like Reptile, it now flips the opponent and kind of makes him go higher in the air, allowing Scorpion to land and then go for like a grounded combo. So yeah, and then finish your combo from there. And then Crushing Kunai, which is jump, front punch, front kick, has a new hit reaction. My bad. So, I don't know the change there. I know that always used to bounce, but let me know the actual change here, because does it just make Spear easier to go into, I'm assuming? And then the last change is Fixed an Issue with Rope disappearing if hit by a freeze reaction during various attacks. So maybe like screen freezes from fatal blows, maybe even like Sub-Zero freezing them. But yeah, now it no longer disappears. So next up we have Sindel. Fixed a situation where Levitate used multiple times in a combo could lead into an attack becoming unblockable. So this fixes the issue where she had an infinite if she used Sub-Zero. And that is no longer the case, so she no longer has this infinite, thank God. Next up is a fixed visual issue when Fatal Blow hits the opponent close to the corner. So I guess it was just a visual issue with Fatal Blow. Fixed missing visual effects on Brutality Victory Pose. So there were, just visual effect changes, and then for her Brutality, adjusted audio during Inspire and Enhanced Inspire. So her down back 3, which is her cameo steal move pretty much, had different audio, or it was really loud maybe, so they lowered it. Now we have Shang Tsung, Major Complications, which is his aerial 1-2-2, has a new hit reaction. So that now has a different hit reaction, his 1-2-2. Festering Wounds, which is jump, back punch, bat punch, hit reaction adjusted. So now they twirl and spin in the air. Injection has increased combo damage scaling when hit out of animation. So his down forward 3 while in his old form. Is it down back 3? Okay. Down back 3, this has increased combo damage scaling now. Ground Skull and Air Down Skull special moves build less super meter on hit. So that, and then I'm assuming, yeah, so old form, these no longer build as much meter as they used to. Invisibility moves used during Form Stealer will no longer sometimes prevent Shang Tsung from returning to his base form. That's pretty wild. The classic, his down 2 brutality, can now be performed when morphed into an opponent. So I guess there was a bug where if he was morphed into someone, he could no longer do that brutality. Fixed face animation sometimes not working as intended when morphing into an opponent. Fixed situations where incorrect animation when old form Shang Tsung is defeated by a brutality. And fixed AI getting stuck in situations where they stay in old form or young form for the rest of the match. So next up with Smoke. Smoke Bomb no longer ignores combo damage scaling on the last hit. So I guess there was no combo damage scaling there when Smoke ended in that. So now there is. Jump attacks after enhanced Smoke Port no longer have extra recovery occasionally. So if he did like a jump kick into that, it would have extra recovery occasionally, and that was unintended. Fixed rare visual issue when doing special cancels, which could cause blood effects to move erratically. And fixed rare visual issue with Smoke Bomb, where smoke briefly appears again after disappearing. For Sub-Zero, Ice Clone will no longer disappear when teleported by his own cameo. So I guess if there was, you were using like Kung Lao or something, and you did Ice Clone, what is it? He would no longer disappear, or the Ice Clone wouldn't disappear. And then fixed an issue which could sometimes cause cameo wake up or cameo reversal invulnerability visual effect to not appear, and fixed visual issues when hitting cameos with deadly vapors. So down forward 2, when hitting a cameo would cause a visual effect. So the last character we have on our list is Tanya, and she has quite a few changes. So let's just get through it. Piety, which is 122, has slightly increased range, has 2 more active frames, recovers 2 frames faster on miss, and has a different hit reaction when hitting an airborne opponent. So 122. So it has increased range, like I said. Oh, okay. Okay, so it just makes it to where she can actually hit airborne opponents with it now. Air Heavenly Hand has increased hitbox when used in a combo, and hit reaction change when hitting an airborne opponent. So Heavenly Hand, which is her air projectile, has an increased hitbox when used in a combo, and the hit reaction changed when hitting an airborne opponent. Okay, so maybe it just juggles them now. Brought Low, which is her front kick. So yeah, the first initial string has increased combo damage scaling. Okay, and then Message from Above, which is back 2-3, is now vulnerable to up block. Fixed an issue that could sometimes cause spinning splits kick to pass through opponents. So her back forward 4, I guess it would just go through the opponents. Heavenly Hand, Enhanced Heavenly Hand, Air Heavenly Hand, and Air Enhanced Heavenly Hand are no longer throw immune during some recovery frames. So her air projectile that we did earlier, I forgot what it was. So it used to be throw immune when you would recover and land, and that is no longer the case, so she can be thrown right after. Fixed Seeking Guidance, Heavenly Hand, Enhanced Heavenly Hand, Air Heavenly Hand, and Air Enhanced Heavenly Hand, Jesus Christ, not displaying Punish when hit during recovery frames. So just like Rain's move, or a few of his moves would show Counter instead of Punish. So now it shows Punish. Fixed visual issues with the Divine Protection while under the effects of Sub-Zero's cameo Arctic Armor. So just some visual effects. And then fixed lingering visual effect issues that could sometimes occur after Seeking Guidance. I don't know if I want to make this all one video with cameos included. I might just make that a separate video. But if you found this helpful or enjoyable at all, consider leaving a like and subscribe for more fighting game content. This is Darkson signing out, and I hope you take care.